What's up, everybody?
Howdy.
Right now. So we got a match now, round 3 of Lone Star Open 2021, hosted by Frontline Gaming. I'm here with Ghost Walking. What's up?
Not too much.
Yeah, not too much,
Haven't
except
really gone anywhere.
haven't gone much of any place. All right, let's get. What are the? What's the battle deck?
All right, we have Long March,
Long March,
Supply Drop,
Supply Drop,
Key Positions.
Key Positions. Okay, so
Gonna be interesting.
this could be a slow game. It could also be a fast one, depending on how they play.
Second game of Long March today.
Second game of Long March today. Yeah, it's been pretty favorable. I think a lot of the vehicle lists really like Long March because it makes it hard to flank.
Also, crucially enough, both players were at 781 for the bid.
Yeah, they had to roll off at 19 points a bid, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
And the AAT cannot cover the center spots.
Yes, that's correct. The AAT...
It can cover a decent bit of it, but not the entire thing.
Yeah, the center spot is the downed ATST, so it's going to be really hard for it to actually block.
Yep.
So they've declared their key positions, as you can see on your screen, with those bright red objective tokens standing out very nicely against the gray and green of the battlefield there. You've got the downed ATST as the central key position. You've got one of these infinite height trees as a key position for our blue player. And I believe our key position for the red player is going to be this crate right here.
It does look like it. And I think Bees is probably correct. I think the double T47 list has a distinct advantage here. They're going to hit harder than the Staps. They're going to be able to do the wounds to the tank. And then if Cassian's and Snicker,
I think that's very much a possibility. The flip side is that these Staps have critical too, and if they roll crits and surges, we could see some wounded airspeeders very quickly here.
There's a lot of firepower on the table.
That AAT has an AP shell.
It does.
So it could lay into one of these airspeeders early on. That could be trouble. You could also choose to barrage.
It could.
There's lots of choices. Like as soon as the T-47 gets into firing range, the AAT with that AP shell is in range.
And I think one of the big things here is going to be, can CAD hide from the T-47s?
Right, because there is a Cad Bane in the Separatist list.
Right.
It is a Cad Bane field commander tank. That's not something we're used to seeing. It's definitely something that is a little bit off meta.
It is. We actually have 2 Cad Banes here today.
Yeah, so Cad Bane did show up a couple times, and I did misreport there was only 1 lat. That's incorrect. There are actually 2 lats, 1 clone, 1 Empire. So there is an Imperial lat that was represented today. Now, Ghostwalking, you have some information right now about what units did not show up, and it's a sad list.
It is. First of all,
Audio on the stream, or do we have to worry about it?
You don't have to worry about it.
no player audio.
Yeah, no player audio. That mic turned out to be useless.
So,
Sorry, you were going to say.
how many units do you think didn't show up across all 4 factions today?
Oh, that's a good question.
I have the answer to it.
Okay, Tell me.
8.
8
There are
units.
only 8 units that didn't show up today.
Okay, what are those 8 units?
There are 3 rebels. You can probably guess one of them.
Okay,
Han.
Han Solo.
Han's not here. Surprisingly, Leia is not here.
Okay, no Leias.
And there is no land speeder. Which is
Oh,
also kinda
that is a
weird.
huge shock to me. I would have thought at least one person would have brought a land speeder to this event. But no, the land speeder is sadly not popular down here in Texas. No one brought it.
It's too hot. They needed the air conditioning.
That's true. They needed the full enclosure of the van. They weren't going to survive in the convertible.
There are 0 Republic units that did not show up.
Okay, so Republic is fully represented. Every Republic unit has gotten a chance. Saber tanks, lats, ATRTs, barks.
Everything.
They all have representation. So the Republic is fully represented.
Dooku and Grievous did not make it.
Okay,
Every other CIS
now
unit was
Grievous,
here.
I'm not surprised. Dooku though is a shock to me.
I thought there would be 1.
Yeah, I thought there'd be at least 1 Dooku. Dooku's like the perfect counter to a bus full of Wookiees.
Right?
Yeah.
Grievous is also like very popular at major tournaments. Like
Yep.
somebody always is like, I want to play Grievous for an event. So that was shocking. And then Krennic did not show up.
Yeah, no Krennic,
No Death Troopers.
no Death Troopers,
And no ATSD.
no ATST. That's another shocker.
Which means there's a Gav,
Yeah, that means there is an occupier that showed up today.
but no ATSD.
1 occupier, but no ATST. That seems backwards to me. We see our players putting out their supply drop tokens, measuring. They have to be further than range 1 of each other away.
And this is actually a local grudge match.
Yes, this is a Dallas local grudge match between Bruce and Jimmy. They have apparently play each other on the regular.
which is fun.
And,
They're both 2-0, going for the make it to the top
They're
cut
both
day 2.
they're both 2-0. One person will walk away at 3-0.
And I think we're taking the top 8 3-0s tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we
Which
are.
means that I think there's going to be a 2-1 because we only have 56.
Yeah,
there'll be a single 2-1.
There's 56, and so yeah, there's going to be like I think a single 2-1 with the highest SOS gets in. I think that's how it's gonna work.
So that will be very interesting to see. Could be one of these guys.
Yeah, it could be one of them because especially if you lose to the guy who's on top, you have a very strong chance of getting in
Right.
into the cut. Now I wanted to talk about another matchup that's going on an adjacent table, adjacent to this table 1. We have Hofberger playing Screw Tape.
We do.
So that's Michael Hollingsworth versus David Hoffman.
Which is also amazing because they're both playing Empire.
They're both playing Empire, so we're going to have an Empire in the top 8.
There are 24 activations on that table.
Yes, there are. there are 13 activation Iden Boba versus a Vader Dewback list that's on 11.
Yes.
Somehow.
Yes.
I don't know how he did it.
It's triple Dews, triple Shore, triple Mortar, Commander Vader.
Wow. Okay.
And I think a Becky and a Sniper in there somewhere.
Okay, that makes sense. Becky and a Sniper. That's definitely a possibility.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we got more supply tokens coming in. Or no, these are Bane tokens now. So that's one Bane token. That's the cross pistols of those Bane tokens. Now, those of you who might not be familiar with what Cad Bane does, he's got three modes of token. He's got the Smoke and Mirrors token, which doesn't do anything.
Correct.
He's got Kablamo, which is a bomb.
Yep.
And then he's got Here I Am, which is either a rapid reinforcement or a teleport, depending on how you do it.
It is. And this is actually turn 0 here, so
yeah,
we're just in the middle of deployment.
We're still in turn 0.
We tried to rush this one to make sure that we could get the Bane tokens going on like they are right now.
Thank you also to Frontline Gaming for putting on a national circuit of events. High five, guys. This has been a great experience. Beautiful tables, beautiful terrain, socially distanced. Every Legion tournament should have this much space, I think.
Oh, most definitely. And just the ability to walk around the table clears up so many line of sight issues. It makes it easier to play. You can bring a whole battle deck without having to worry about being able to see it.
Exactly. These players are 2-0, Captain Zodiac. One of them will walk away 3-0 today.
And they'll make our day 2 top 8 cut tomorrow.
Yep. We're seeing some battle droids get set up here. Jimmy, the commander of the droid army here today, setting them up.
What do you think their strategies are going to be here today?
Well, I don't exactly know how CAD is going to work here. It's key positions. It's a little bit slow. I think Blue has a significant advantage here because he's defending the key position. He's got a tank that can block movement. He's got he's under low pressure. He's also got a lot of bodies. So we got some data from Daniel Lupo, who is one of the judges here at the Lone Star Open. We have some very interesting news.
About average bids?
Okay, so check this out. So if you are an Imperial player, your mean bid is 7 and your mean acts are 10.3. If you're a Rebel bid, your mean is 8 and your mean acts are also 10.
So that means there's a lot of 800 Rebels here because we've seen some steep bids.
Yeah, there's a lot of 800s out there. People who said I can't really get to the kind of bids that are substantial. You also got Republic, whose mean bid is 6, but mean activation is 8.9, which means we had some people with 8 activation lists.
The Separatist number?
Yeah.
It's only 5 people had under a 16-point bid.
Holy moly.
All right.
Okay. So only one of them was below 10.
So only 5 Separatist players, that's what I'm hearing from Daniel, had a bid below, what did you say, 15?
16.
Had a bid below 16. Which means that they had bids less than 16. So only one Separatist had a bid under 10. Almost every other Separatist player had a gigantic bid to bring the mean bid to 16.
That's ridiculous.
but their activation count was only 10.1. So their activations aren't quite higher than, they're sort of like, it should be easy for them to get huge activations, right? But that doesn't seem to be the trend. That's a lot of angry lists. Yes, it is.
It has been a very sweaty event.
It has been pretty sweaty.
It's a good thing they're running the AC in here.
Lots of judge calls in the second round. Much line of sight questions. A lot of questions about bus displacement I saw.
Yes, that has been a huge one.
Yeah, questions about bombing run, things like that.
I actually think the only 2-0 Gar player is Nerfly right now, right?
I think so. There's only one 2-0 Gar. Gar took a beating this tournament.
They did.
They really did.
I think there's also only one actual Rex star here.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Brad.
They took a beating, and they also didn't play the meta list.
Yeah.
so it's like Gar showed up. Only one person played a Rex star, and lo and behold, that one Rex is in contention to make the cut.
I don't know for sure, Matt Shorix, how many buses actually took a hard point, but we've had like a 50-50 split here so far.
Yeah. People are tired of playing boring Rex lists. All those Rex bans. maybe you're right, R1. Maybe people are seeing people avoid Rex but don't understand that he's banned.
Yeah. I will say a lot of the players that tend to bring Rex Star actually aren't playing here this weekend either.
Yeah, a lot of the sort of the usual suspects when it comes to playing Rex are not present. They're so I don't have Mike Berry, who's in chat right now saying, "My people, where are you?" Okay, we see a Stap Rider getting set up now. This is 2 Stap Riders and an AAT.
3 actually.
Oh, it's 3 Staps.
It's 3 Staps
oh.
and an AAT.
Okay, so it is triple Stap, but it is 10 activation triple Stap.
It is.
So it's kind of it's the more fair triple Stap Rider. Oh, you're not playing.
I am not
That's
playing.
also true. You are
This
a
is
Rex
true.
player.
I am a Rex player.
I would be a Rex player if I could somehow get myself to stop playing Rebels.
They're so fun.
Yeah, they're too fun. They're more fun than clones.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
All right, here's one airspeeder in a very sleek-looking black paint job.
Yeah, these are 2 really good paint jobs here today.
Yeah.
Apparently
Needs to
both
not
players
not put himself behind an infinite height tree.
Those players are former 40K players.
Oh, that's
so
actually dark green. That isn't black. That looks beautiful. I like that dark green color. At least 2. At least 2 Empire lists are 2-0.
We actually have the answer to that. I think there's.
Oh, which?
It's in the LSO chat.
Is it in the LSO chat? Let's take a look.
There we go. Scroll down a little bit.
3 imps are 2-0.
Just below that line there.
Okay, let's see.
3 Empire?
Yeah, 3 Empire undefeated, 3 droids, one of which is playing on our table, 7 undefeated rebels. No surprise.
Yep.
No surprise. That must mean there's a lot of bus mirrors that we're not seeing now.
That's a very good possibility.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bus mirrors.
And the other CIS list that's playing is actually Orchimedes. He's playing against a double bus right now.
Yeah, he played a double bus in round 2. Now he's going to play a double bus in round 3.
All the rebel lists are not bus lists.
Yeah, they're not. There were 18 rebel lists, but only 14 buses and multiple double buses.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of rebels that didn't bring a bus.
One of them, at least, is the double T47 triple RT skew.
Yeah, that's being run by Florf the Dwarf, I think.
Yes.
And then we got this rebel list that also didn't take a bus because it's T47s.
It's kind of great to see all the armor doing well. It's nice that it's a variety of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of armor that's being played today. So what I'm seeing here is I think they're pre-measuring to make sure that AAT can actually progress forward.
One thing that I have heard a couple of the players say today that brought the AATs is this was their first time bringing an AAT to a real tournament. And they mentioned that a lot of the buildings that they thought they could sit on top of, they couldn't. So they were boxing themselves into corners because things that they're used to being able to hear, used to being able to sit on, they just couldn't.
I see some I Make the Rules now being shown to our Rebel player, Grand Moff Bruce Merker.
What angle do you think these T-47s are going to take here? Do you think they're going to come in from the far side, stay away from the AAT, or just try to hit it head on?
I think that would be their smartest choice. It would be to try to stay away from that gun, or stay away from that big AP shell.
Right, as long as they can kind of kite it outside of that range.
If they can make a turn to their right, maybe, and move around that droid gun line that's set up there.
They do have double ordnance, yes. There's an AP shell and the high energy shells.
Yep, AP and high energy on the tank right now.
And we will be covering the final 3 games tomorrow for the Top Cut.
Yeah, we're starting earlier than we did today.
Oh, really?
Around 9:15, yeah.
Okay.
They start a little bit earlier.
I probably should have checked that packet.
That's okay. They do start a little bit earlier. I tell you, it's been a really fun few days here. I arrived on Thursday afternoon. It was a little bit early, but got to hang out, see the sights around the convention center, walk across the street. There's this really awesome little village with a bunch of restaurants that you can go to.
Yeah, there's some pubs, there's some Tex-Mex, there's some brisket apparently. We'll
Okay,
find that later.
it looks like Cad Bane tokens are being revealed. Smoke and Mirrors just got revealed, so that's the nothing token. And now Kablamo gets revealed. So we have some kablamoing about to happen. Yeah, go ahead. Trey. Guys.
All right, I got it.
Trey. You're okay.
Oh, the dice game.
It's this one.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a decent kablamo to start with.
And it does surge crit, I believe.
It does. That should be 2 criticals. Yeah, 3 saves for the Mark II. Recently buffed to 4 health.
It's going to be 3 wounds.
3 wounds, yep.
You've got that dice cam looking good right
Yeah,
now.
it looks much clearer than it did in the previous 2 games. Looks a lot clearer with being a close in like that.
We also managed to avoid the glare on the bottom side except for the card.
Yeah, the card on the bottom is still glared, so
Shall do our best.
yep. So that's going to be a Mark II with 3 wounds to start the game. No, he took the 1 red. There was a blank red. He took it away.
There's a blank red, okay.
Yeah. Let me turn this dice cam back on.
I know, you misled me there.
I'm sorry. Wait, who was that?
That was...
Oh, that's K2.
Yes.
That's K2 there in the silver.
I was like, I didn't think Cad Bane had popped up already.
No, it wasn't Cat Bane. That was way too early.
I have a feeling that Cad is about.
Yeah. Where's that? We got to find that 3rd Bane token.
I will find it.
Yeah. Inside the temple. It's inside the temple?
It's inside the temple, just under that AAT.
Okay. We got some measurement coming here for these T-47s.
And I believe it's like 38 inches for their threat range.
Yeah.
Move range 3 shot.
Very far.
And Captain Zodiac, you are correct. Only 1 target can be hit. We did mistakenly speak earlier. It's 3 wounds onto a vet squad, not a Mark II.
Oh, on a vet squad, not a Mark
squad.
II. Okay, that makes more sense, actually. I'm actually pretty afraid for these Mark IIs. I think they're going to be easy pickings for an AAT that's aggressive. I'm a little bit worried.
Especially the one that's just sitting on top of the stairs there.
Looks like the left side of the map is getting used.
Yes,
yeah, it is.
it is. I'm excited.
Finally. Yes, finally
I'm a little
it's getting
disappointed
used.
that it's used in a deployment zone again, but you know.
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
That's true.
I should have been more specific.
Double long march. How can you can't help it.
Any idea what table we're going to be covering tomorrow?
I have no clue, but I'm going to petition for a new one.
Yeah, I'm tired of looking at the same
I
one.
really want the ice crystal table.
I was going to say.
It's got some of the same terrain, but it's like a snow theme. There's also a really good-looking Umbara table that is purple.
Yes.
And that looks really dank. There is also a, I think, I don't know, it's not called Cochin. It's one of these like Imperial terrain, or not Imperial terrain, Legion terrain. They built it's like a sky bridge with towers.
Really?
Yeah, there's one of those. And so I don't know if I want it for 3 games though, because it's going to be like, how do you negotiate the sky bridge?
Right, we want to keep it pretty basic like this one. Actually, and chat, do you have any thoughts about what you would like to see tomorrow?
Yeah,
can't promise we can make it happen, but we can.
Yeah, but if you tell us, we can ask the organizers, and maybe they can help us out.
I was thinking that the snow planet might actually be nice for contrast. It should be easy to see the minis.
I agree. I think it could be really easy to see what's going on. I vote for Snow Planet personally.
All right, we'll try and get that one on.
Yeah, I vote for Snow Planet. But if y'all want to tell us, you can chat it. We're reading chat all the time, so feel free to pipe up. We love hearing your feedback. Emplacement Trooper in the supply crate. It's on the supply crate. Looks like he pulled Arc Welder Field Scanner. He's going to take the Field Scanner.
That makes sense. I don't think we have a Felucia.
I don't think we have a Felucia board. I don't see it. All right, I'm gonna let you take over for a second.
Sure.
I gotta figure this case out.
No worries.
Yeah, hang on a second.
The field scanner is hopefully going to help. Unfortunately, there's a lot of high velocity for the long range here. So even if he does manage to pull that, it's not exactly the best thing he could have gotten there. Interestingly enough, I'm slightly surprised that the Rebel player didn't go for a 4-pip with standing orders here to try and lose priority. He actually did play, it looks like, push to try and go first, which I'm not really sure was the right call to do with the double T-47s. If we get 3 matches of Snowtroopers on snow based on the snow tables, I will be shocked. I don't even think we have 3 Snowtroopers here. Actually, I don't believe there's a Scarif table either. Which is strange, we always have a beach planet. Right, 2 blocks here. Two early wounds on the tank from Cassian. That's the danger of having Cassian with that marksman in the sniper mode. It's just going to be the auto crits onto the tank. Thank you. So, while you were away there, Cassian has actually already put 2 wounds on the tank.
Ouch.
Looks
That
like he
sucks for the tank.
Rolled a hit crit and marksman.
Do you know if he has any
crit.
worker droids?
He does not.
Oof.
He has 2 rockets.
Those wounds are gonna just stick. Yeah, sometimes the AAT can be a piece of junk. That is true, Diffs. Yeah, I'll ask for that snow table to be brought over.
Alright.
It's got some really neat looking crystals.
It does. They're like kind of translucent.
Yeah, they're translucent. I love translucent stuff. I'm a big
so you
fan
probably
of that.
love that Christophsis table that we used for Invader League.
I liked the crystals. The other part, the downed ATTE, I didn't like.
So now it's interesting. With the 2 quick wounds on the tank, you could potentially look to hold and really hold for a while those T-47s and just dive them in on turn 2.
Yeah, it's so tempting now to go after the tank on 7.
Right?
That tank is a lot more killable than a tank on 9.
Yes, it is. Especially when you can drop something like Crack Shot next turn.
Yep, exactly.
Guarantee another wound or 2.
Exactly. I see a standby coming from some B1s.
Now the B1s, there are 2 B1s with the E-60R rocket trooper. So if the T-47s get close, even if the tank isn't able to really do its work, you've still got the impact too from those coming in.
Right, that is a rocket trooper taking a standby. Just for the record.
And based on the list, it only has Overwatch on Cassian. I don't know if he has offensive push. But the list that he handed in was just Overwatch, Recon Intel, and the gun.
Yeah, I don't know if he put his loadout on there.
It doesn't. I hope so.
I hope so too. Yeah, they're gonna go through that temple, inside the doorway there.
Which I think is where Cad is located.
That is where Cad is chilling.
He's still in token form, but everything else, the smoke and mirrors has been popped, and the Kablamo has popped.
So he's cohering to get behind some crates, give himself some additional cover. It's a little bit of forward cohesion.
And the forward cohesion could get him into trouble, especially with his saves.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's also really easy for T-47s to clean up B1s.
Yes, it is.
Because they deny cover, because they're really tall. They've got very consistent dice, very strong dice. One of the strongest guns in the game is on a T-47.
Most definitely.
It's Impact 3, crit surging, 6 dice, reds and black.
And Sharpshooter 1.
And Sharp 1. These are hotshot T-47s.
Cad did not grab the supply box for playing key positions.
Yeah.
We just have supply drop for the boxes.
Yeah, we have. I think that's what he meant with supply drop.
Oh.
Let's see. We got some cores from the Rebels looking to go.
Cad is not a token. He did drop the box.
He did drop. He did get a supply crate. Okay. So yeah,
Cad
Cad did pop out. He did get the supply crate. That's accurate. Zoom enhance.
Sometimes I'm not sure if it's easier to look at the tiny screen in front of me or the actual game.
Yeah, it might be easier to look at the actual game. Well, what I can do is I can pop the chat out. Maybe that'll make it easier. Because if I pop the chat out and then close it, collapse it, that makes
about the same size.
It's about the same size, so it doesn't really work. I think I have to turn the mini feed off, but
that is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, another B1 moving up. I think this is another rocket troop taking a standby, guarding that tank against aggression.
And he used some really nice cohesion there to make sure that he is that 6 inches in front of the tank.
Yep.
So if it wants to shoot it, it's going to get into range too.
I'm a little bit interested in what the Mark IIs are going to be doing, if they're going to actually do any fire supporting of any type. It's unlikely, just because of the. I mean, maybe he runs covering fire to get orders on all of his Mark IIs so they can start fire supporting. But here comes K2 on speed 2 here, running towards the objective. And he's kind of in the middle of the field with his incognito.
I'm assuming K2 is the bounty.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Which one is the bounty? Yeah, because Cad Bane is a bounty hunter after all.
Smartly, R2 is the bounty target.
Ah, R2 is the bounty. That makes a lot of sense.
Especially on something like Long March.
I think the most epic piece of loot in the entire supply deck is Holo Projector. Maybe that's because I'm a Rebel player and I don't get order control naturally.
I like my Bacta so that I can bring my clones back.
Bacta is really good. That's definitely one of the stronger ones for clones. I mean, Holo Projector is good for clones too. You know, strict orders, fire support enabling.
Everything in there is good for clones.
Even more. Yeah, everything in there is good for clones. Everything in there is good for Rebels.
That's true.
Every
I
Rebel
tend not
list.
to bring supply drop to a tournament though, because there's a lot of RNG to it.
Yeah, it's pretty random. You get that. I just like the emergent gameplay, frankly.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
I've just had enough bad luck situations that if I'm going to go to an event, fly 3,000 miles to it, and my opponent pulls 2 Holo Projectors and I pull 2 arc welders, yeah, I don't really want that.
Yeah, it's fair. You don't want to get screwed.
Right. Drive into my local store, that's fine. But
I'd still play it competitively. I think I like the randomness. It's fun. Maybe that's why I'm not competitive. I just like the randomness.
Don't you have a black die trophy?
I do, but that was way before stuff like that was baiting me to be less competitive.
probably going to see a decent bit of positioning for this first turn here. I don't think it's going to be super explosive.
No.
Until the tank goes.
Most of the time, these early turns are just about finding the right angle, trying to figure out, where is my opponent going. We've got 3 stabs still waiting to go.
Especially with 2 players that know each other.
Yep.
Like they're going to be, if this is a grudge match, they're going to be aware of the other players.
Yeah, they will respect. They will afford each other the respect due an enemy.
Yes.
They'll respect each other as enemies. Yeah, posturing. Fair enough, Outrider Dan. A lot of posturing.
That posturing for positioning is going to be super important here as well, because with the long-range firepower that both of these lists have in the form of the speeders and the tank, if one person makes a mistake, that unit is very likely gone.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage coming out of both lists.
It's not like playing 2 Jedi where you've got 2.5, 3 turns of positioning before you can, really engage. Like we could be in at round 1 if you get a little too aggro.
That's right, and with stabs especially.
Yep.
They're kind of giggling at each other like old friends. I like that.
It does not have the feeling of a 2-0 playing a 2-0.
That's another rocket troop, I think, moving up here.
He's only got 2 of them.
Oh, there's only 2?
Oh,
okay.
yeah, I'm going to go find out exactly
where
where
are the rockets? That's important. Freeze it. Zoom. Enhance. Another standby.
All right.
Okay, what happened?
The rockets are in the middle.
The rockets are in the middle there. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I find it rather ironic
Yeah?
that a mortar trooper, like as we're talking about emplacements here, can't tap a VAP. It's holding a mortar. It very clearly has effective hands.
Yeah, he's got another hand.
Right? He can leave the mortar on the ground.
I mean, it's like
you don't need to hold it.
I mean, how many hands do you need to actually do sabotaging with?
Probably none. You can just shoot it.
You can sabotage with one hand. I guess you could. I guess it sucks to repair evaporator with one hand. It would be kind of tough. I don't know. I guess that was their logic.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't design this game.
Alex Davey and understand these things.
Yeah, I didn't design this game.
1 foot.
Yeah. You can definitely sabotage something with 1 foot if you have steel-toed boot and kick it hard enough.
I would imagine shores have plastoid tip boots.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? What a tangent.
I love tangents, don't you?
Tangentially, yes.
Tangentarine. All right, here comes the first stab unit.
There's the real question.
What's that? Oh, why can't the second trooper in the UF sabotage? Fair enough. They have a whole nother trooper there.
Especially when it doesn't even have a generator.
Yeah, you go hit that thing. I'm gonna stay here with the big gun. Okay, ending outer range of the Mark II standby.
Stab's gonna be a little exposed to that T-47 there.
Yeah, these stabs are just smack in the middle of the board. Oh, is he gonna go into range 1 of K2?
Yeah, you might just eat the standby to trigger K2.
He's like, I got 2 dodges. What can you do to me?
Right, you've only got 4 dice.
But I got critical 2.
They do.
Oh man. Yep, and picks up some dice there. 2 hits only. Agile 2, and cover. Lots of good stuff.
I have a feeling the dice tray is not going to be used.
Can you just talk to them again and say please, we love you. Please roll it in the tray. We're not mad. It's okay. They're just focusing on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to determine the level of cover that K2 has, I think, at this point.
So he's actually looking at the Mark II.
Oh, he's looking at the Mark II. Yeah. Oh, that one in the front there. Oh, they're asking for a judge call. Okay.
Ad break.
So we're going to take a little ad break while they do a judge call. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, so he's going to be a cover shot onto this Mark II. Staps are these 6 black dice, critical 2 here.
Yep.
It's quite a good pool.
An excellent pool. I think it's just very consistent with that crit surge. It's effectively crit surge on such a small pool of dice. But if you roll like 3 surges, it's nothing. Okay, rolls crit, hit. Has an aim token. Rolls up another hit. 2 after cover. And they'll block 1.
Alright, so we do have a Rebel Vet moving in front of that mark, too. Interesting.
No cheats with the YBTL sticker, that's right. And I think that stab took a wound there.
I think it did.
Yeah. So that first Stab Rider unit took a crit through the dodges.
I really want to go check out some of these other games.
Yeah.
All the action's about to
happen.
I
know the action in this game is about to erupt.
I'm gonna,
especially with the T-47s and the
find
stats
out
moving up. Like those T-47s are going to have a target-rich field.
They are.
But they knew that was going to be the case at the top of the turn. Just because of the activation counts.
Yep. Now I'm curious what he decides to do with these other stabs. Does he just focus down that mark too?
Rebels having 11 is huge.
It is enormous. I would argue that anyone having 11 is enormous.
Yeah.
Especially Vader. That'll be interesting to see when a burst of speed comes out. Does Vader dues become more common?
I like Vader with burst of speed. A lot of people don't think it's good. They think that immobilize is somehow a death sentence, but I'm just like, dude, if you can force push 1 or 2 units, you're in heaven.
Yep.
You just have to use burst of speed to get to the place where your immobilized doesn't matter.
Right. Or you just use it when you know you're going to die the next turn.
That's right. Or you're just like, okay, I'm low on health. I'm just gonna burst his speed to get to the target with the box and kill it.
Right.
You know, or I'll get in there. More to the point, burst his speed for force choke. Fun like a hostage carrier, for example.
Something else will be that will be kind of interesting is say you're playing like Recover.
Yeah. Stab shooting,
6
full
for
bow,
6.
6 for 6.
Yeah, you can dodge standby. What I was going to say is you burst his speed to a recover box, and then if your opponent wants to get it, they're going to have to kill you first.
Oh, that Mark II is history. It was the veterans. Oh, never mind. Ouch.
So I think the vets were out of cover.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. 6 blanks on 6 dice. That just hurts.
Feels bad.
That's a dagger in the heart.
After getting 6 for 6.
As Bruce said, that was rude.
It was.
That was very rude. So
it was.
That activation advantage we talked about just went away.
Right, but it's most likely going to come back when the 2 T-47s go. Give my sticker to Brad.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you, Griffin. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for tipping 5. Thank you for continuing to support the laptop fund and other future projects.
Will we be seeing you at LVO, Griffin?
Yep. I hope we'll be seeing you at LVO, man.
We have to have a rematch.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good deal.
It was funny, at the LVO we went out to, I played 3 straight podcast games. So I played someone from Stabcast, then at the time I think Griffin was with Legion Academy.
Ghost walking
the Outriders.
Ghost walking the Pod Slayer.
Yes.
I'm waiting for these T-47 shots, dude.
I'm excited.
I'm salivating.
And the tank.
I'm literally salivating for these T-47 shots.
So, if you can whittle out like 2 to 3 activations of the Rebels here, Bane becomes way better.
Oh, definitely. That's another thing too. Like that's the X factor of this game is what is Cad Bane going to get up to?
You know what's kind of sad though? I'm not sure if this is an indictment of Bane or not. I forgot he was a thing here.
Yeah.
And I was just going like armor to armor and still thinking that the droids had a chance before even taking Bane into account.
Yeah. I mean, it's another thing too. Like another thing is the stabs are kind of meat shielding this tank.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can't not shoot stab riders.
You're either forcing him to engage them.
Exactly. He's basically taunting with the stabs and saying, "You must shoot me."
You must shoot me now that I'm dodged up.
He's pulling that aggro, to use a World of Warcraft reference. Rest in peace.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
Sarcasm up to 11.
Yes, sarcasm to 11.
Another good stab shot.
There we go, another stab shot. Big stuff, many crits. And many blanks. Oh my gosh.
That's a good Mark II.
That Mark II is done.
Oh my.
That Mark II had a back to.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my.
Howdy, John.
Hey, John. Long time no see.
All right, down 2.
All right. D47 on the move. Trying not to displace R2-D2.
I'm not even sure that's a bad thing, though.
Yeah.
It would give R2 a suppression.
You're giving R2. Well, the thing is, though, it's punting him far away on Long March.
This is true.
Can we get side angles? Yeah, we can. We can actually do that right now. Hang on. Here's the short to short angle.
I think our stand got bumped.
Our stand did got bumped. Got bumped. Wow. Grammar.
It's the end of the day.
It's the end of the day. Yeah, stand did got bumped.
I mean,
I'm in the wrong state for that. That is the wrong state. That is not Texas.
Oh, okay.
That is that's the Bayou. That's the cricket from Princess and the Frog. Last stand done did got bumped.
I'm northeast. This is all south to me.
Oof, oof, oof. You're so welcome, Lord Dorn and Genghis John.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Another judge call here.
Another ad break.
No, we won't take an ad break for this one. It's just a line of sight call.
And it's already resolved.
Okay, incoming. T47 shot. Boom.
Great
Many
shot.
crits.
That thing is pristine.
Oof. Yeah, that's looking good. Less glare.
5 hits coming in.
Yep. Incoming.
So, can we get a look at that T47 angle real quick?
Look. No.
God damn it,
Did the camera? I saw the camera float.
Actually, it kind of recentered it a little bit.
It did recenter it a little bit, yeah. Hey, thank you, Darth Drag. I appreciate that. Go CIS, says Matt Grox. Roger, roger.
Having a little bit of some trouble with the airspeeder slide.
Yeah, you know he could land there. There's no question.
I think they're trying to put something underneath it just to prop it up a little bit.
Just to prop it. They're kind of laughing at that whole situation. It's like, just put it down there.
Yeah, we know what's going on.
We know it's going.
So I'm assuming this was a shot into the stab because it was 5 hits. I think he's only got like 3 in his dice, in his hand. Wow, that was quite a snag. Jimmy dropped the die and caught it off the bounce.
Wow. Nice. They're discussing the defense roll here. 3 wounds. There's a stab off the board and a wound transferring to the leader.
Okay.
So this T47 shooting down 1 stab rider.
You would have to imagine that the other T47 is going to do the same thing.
Yep, I imagine it's going to follow through and maybe kill the leader off and just get rid of a stab rider. But that's the thing, there's 3 of them.
Right.
And there's only so many shots from these T47s all game. There's only going to be 12 shots.
Right. However, 2 stabs are a lot less threatening than 3.
Definitely.
Cutting from 18 to 12 dice is huge. All right, I think we've got time for the tank.
Tank is inbound on this battlefield.
I'm not sure he didn't lock himself into a corner.
He measured it when he deployed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he measured it when he deployed. So moving up here, using that turret, using that arc, the very, very wide arc of that tank. to shoot into the middle of the board.
Plus the rotary, the big gun is 360.
Yeah, it's 360.
I think that's one of the things that really sets the AAT apart.
Yep,
In addition to the perfect order control.
So range check, arc check. So that T-47 might not be an arc. It might not be in range either.
No. This is why I'm a little surprised he didn't shoot K2 earlier, because he still had the tank to go with. If he forward cohered a step.
Yeah, potentially.
Nice catch.
Yeah, it was auto-focusing. Alright, so it's just picking which target to shoot.
I think he's going to try to knock off that rebel vet in the back that got hit by the Kablamo.
Oh, fair enough.
Just get the activation.
Yeah, that Rebel vet that got hit, it's going to be a good target for him. Let's see what he decides to shoot.
This is where I missed the TTS. Click this.
Picks up his dice.
attack.
That's a high velocity shot. Big crits there. Just rips in there. A little bit of glare, sorry about that. But it's going to be 5 after cover. Oh!
A little bit of frustration setting in there.
Yeah, I would be extremely frustrated. Well, that's the thing. The AAT is like a lawnmower versus Rebel troopers, or any troopers of any type. It just cleaves through them.
It does.
It melts them very quickly. AAT is like the bane of the Rebels' existence, frankly.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and that AAT.
And yes, the T-47 is supposed to be on the stairs to the right.
Yeah, so like having both AAT and Stab Riders, it's almost like Bane is getting carried a little bit by the rest of the list.
I keep forgetting that Bane is on the table.
Me too, because all the action is all that action is from the AAT and the other vehicles. You know.
I'm gonna go check out the state of some of the other games.
Yeah, feel
I'll
free.
Be back in a couple minutes.
Yeah,
guys.
absolutely. Come on back when you're ready. Yeah, defensively, Rebels are trash against high velocity. Yeah, it's a very tough matchup for Rebels. It's 3 of the units they fear the most, which are CIS vehicles. All right, they're talking about which of the CIS Stab Riders are out of dodges. Still thinking about which target to attack as Grand Moff Merker looking at the board, making his roll, getting 5 out of 6, aiming up, stays at 5, spending 2.
Anything?
Spends 3 dodges on that Stab Rider, but rolls full blanks anyway. So another Stab is going to fall here to the T-47.
Was it a follow-up of the same shot?
It was actually into a different target, believe it or not.
So to kind of recap.
So now that's two Stab Riders that are now missing a model.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So to kind of recap some of the other games, it looks like Off-Burger and Screw Tapes is pretty tight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dead models on both sides there. More dead on off side, but it looks like Iden is gone.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
What did Iden get killed by? A dewback?
Looks like it might have been Vader.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that one's pretty close.
Yeah, Vader would chop her in half if he was ever able to get into melee.
Right. And then on the other one, Ethan Judd and Blood Ocean are in a pretty close game. Looks like there's some wounds on the buses, but there's a lot of dead B2s, so that'll be interesting. It appears that Kyle is feasting. Looks like he's in a pretty good spot. Maul's been in bubble wrapped with some rebel troopers.
Okay, that's a great spot for Maul.
Buses aren't near him.
Oh man, Maul is just going to go to work.
Nerfly and the gentleman who we just streamed.
Oh, Habmo.
Habmo are locked
Chris.
Chris. Nerfly and Brad they're locked in a pretty close game right now. And then it appears that Florf is cleaning up versus Izzy at the moment.
Okay, round 2 command cards just dropped. It is going to be Mechanized Incursion, which is the CIS 1-pip, versus Salt for the Rebels. So Jimmy here holding on to priority. Bruce, Grand Moff Merker ceding priority for order control.
I heard you coordinate with your coordinates.
I heard you coordinate with your coordinates. So for every vehicle in this list, it spawns another order, which is absurdly good.
In an army that already spawns all
yeah,
the
it's just so much. It's so good because of coordinate.
I'm a little surprised he went for a 3-pip.
Yeah.
I thought he might try to gain an activation.
I think his T-47s are actually going to be safe, but this is the trouble with T-47s on key positions. You just don't have enough of a ground presence to actually maintain the game, right. You know. And so what ends up happening is a lot of the units that you are relying on to chop your way in or to get in there and stay in there and hold on to the KP. They're just going to be dead by the time they show up.
Command cards are Assault and Mechanized Incursion.
Yep. Okay, more order tokens going out here.
I don't believe there's no aggressive tactics here.
No, there's no AT in this list at all.
Have we seen AT on the table yet today?
No, we've not seen a single aggressive tactics list today.
No, Bobby Joe has.
Bobby Joe has AT with his tac droid.
Yes.
Maul tac droid. So that was the first game of the day.
Right. 1 for 6.
Yep, 1 for 6. That's actually a lot less than I would have thought we would have seen.
Me too.
Okay, using his
stabs
priority, stabs first.
I'd assume he goes with one of the full health ones.
I think,
try and take an activation
and
again.
just try to trade. And that's it. You just trade for stuff, and then your stuff, you just have more things than your opponent. At some fundamental level, you just have more crap than your opponent, and you're just going to win. KP is one of those.
Right.
It's attrition-based. Oh, is he trying to move to block the compulsories of the T-47s?
He might be.
What a sharp move here from Jimmy Russ. Yeah, he's actually measuring off the T-47s. He's like, well, I can't really block your compulsory. It's extremely hard to do. Yeah, it's Mechanized Incursion and Assault. Those are the CCs.
I do think he's going to want to knock off K2's token very soon.
Yeah, he's going to want to kill that Incognito off.
It's a little louder this round.
Yeah, a little more activity. So Stab Rider is getting ready, I think, to shoot even more veterans. Those poor guys, they're just getting...
They made it through one battle, but they won't make the second.
No, they won't. That's a stab roll here.
What a timing.
5, no aim.
What a timing.
5 down to
Probably 3.
4. No, 4. Only light cover. They'll save 2 and take 2 wounds.
Well, it's going to be another neutered activation.
Oof. Yeah, that's the struggle. And that's always the struggle I find with taking these like low health units is that, see, that's why I feel like the uplink veteran and the uplink veteran with no heavy weapon and the Mark II is like the future of Rebel Corps right now.
Okay.
Because they enable fire support,
Yep.
but they're also like 38 and 69. They're very cheap relative for what they enable in your order pool. They kind of cleanse your order pool of core.
Right.
And they're also like they
5 surging black dice is nothing to sneeze
It's
at.
actually not bad. It can't really break cover reliably, but it's still pretty decent.
It's essentially a stat, just without the critical.
Exactly. This is us. Hi, everybody. Hi. We're just saying
Yes.
hello for no reason. Okay, that's a T-47.
Yes, it is. The other thing that we haven't really mentioned here is Cassian can potentially...
Oh!
Wow! Somebody check that man's dice.
Oh! Yeah, but he didn't have surges. People know what I look like, Diffs. My face has been revealed. Okay, 3 out of 6 staps are now dead. So
And an activation.
T-47s are doing work.
Yeah. And like what I was about to say is one thing that we haven't really talked about is Cassian can still clean up with his pistol config.
Yeah, Cassian hasn't emerged from hiding just yet.
Neither has Bane, but
Yeah, neither Cassian or Cad are going to show their faces just yet. There's too much heat out there in the middle.
It's a little too hot in the kitchen right now.
Yeah, it's way too hot. I'm going to move this dice cam down to the corner.
Gorgeous.
There we go. That's much
Into
better.
our beautifully used left side of the table again.
Yeah. That lower left never seems to get used.
I think that's true across most tables, though.
Yeah, that's true.
The upper right and bottom left tend to be the middle stepchild.
Definitely true.
So, if you're playing as the droids right now, what are you thinking with the tank? What's your target priority at the moment?
Definitely more core units.
Right? Because you're probably just going to ignore the T-47s.
Yeah, the T-47s aren't even engaging me. Okay, Singleton Stap, aiming up, and 2 hits down to 1. And the Rebel doesn't save.
Okay.
Yet again, typical Rebels. And that's another veteran off the board. Yes, RBLR 3. I'm going to cut VODs when I get home from Texas. I'll cut the VODs and put them on the Yavin-based YouTube channel, which everybody should go subscribe to.
I didn't know there was a YouTube channel.
There is a YouTube channel.
Okay.
It's got some VODs from past games. So Yavin-based does have a YouTube.
How long's the flight to Florida?
Not too long. It's about a couple of hours.
Okay.
That was one of the reasons I came out here was because the flight wasn't that long, and you know, Texas, it's a nice place. It's kind of like Florida. It's a little bit hotter on average, but humidity's about the same.
Okay. It's very flat.
Yeah, it's flat like Florida. It's roughly the same latitude.
All right, looks like K2 is going to break incognito and try to kill a stack here.
That makes sense. I think he should go for it. Here comes K2SO. 1 crits, maybe?
No, it's a slot machine.
Nothing. He surges crit with Pierce. Confirming it is surge to crit. No save.
All right. It's Pierce one anyway.
Yeah, Pierce 1 anyway. So a single wound.
You too as well, my friend.
You too, RBLR. Thanks so much for coming along and staying on this journey with us. So now K2 is about to is going to lose incognito in the face of all these droids. It's going to be tough for him to stay alive, I
It's
think.
going to be tough.
Because again, this is only round 2.
Right.
And there
I
are
think
lots
the
of
B1s
droids.
might be able to clean them up.
It's so nice to have an international audience watching this stuff.
Well, half of your champion circle for Team League.
That's
is gonna
right.
be
Team
international.
League is going to be international in the champion circle. It's already international because we already have the Germans.
Right.
But the ratio of champion circle teams is going to turn into
It's 4 and 4,
it's going to be
right?
4 and 4. Yeah. So it's going to be a completely international event, essentially, champion circle. But that's kind of what I envisioned of Team League being like the Olympics of Legion, you know.
I'm kind of hoping we drop down then. That's going to be a scheduling nightmare.
It is going to be a scheduling nightmare to have to play with the Euros. But that's fine with me. I mean, like,
It's good entertainment.
It's good entertainment.
And they're good games.
Yeah. Plus, I think the Europeans are just better. I think European players are better than American players by and large. Okay, naked
All blanks.
B1, nothing. No dice, literally. None whatever.
I'm not really sure who's winning at the moment.
I think the droids
I think
are
the
winning
droids are?
pretty hardcore. Yeah, I think they're very far up right now. That's just my humble opinion. I just don't know if Cassian can carry.
You might not be able to.
He's not a late game carry.
There's still another T-47 to go with, though.
Yeah, these T-47s are untouched, so that's the solution here. Is the T-47 is going to have to kill a lot of B1s in the next 3 rounds.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They
I mean,
definitely can.
if you kill literally everything but the tank, you win.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a way out
Yeah.
for Rebels.
Bees, I'll be right back for you.
Yeah. Ghost is going to go check on that other game. Currently, there is one Stap Rider off the board fully. Cat has been revealed. He's inside the temple. On the upper right-hand corner of the screen, that temple building. Bane is inside of it, kind of hiding out, waiting for his turn to go. So this is, I think, Cassian being fire supported by a Mark II. That's great news, Bram Bjerke. Reckless driver, baby. Hey, thank you, Diffs, for $5. I appreciate that very much. Cassian only did 2 wounds there, I believe. With his, Cassian was doing a sniper shot,
Gotcha.
fire supported by a Mark II,
What did he shoot?
a Stap Rider,
Okay.
and the Stap Rider took 2.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's only 2. It's because the Staps just have a lot of dodge tokens, and they're just mitigating from cover, dodge. Because Cassian doesn't have any way to break cover other than marksman.
Right.
Because like sharpshooter and marksman are kind of redundant. But again, there's no unorthodox tactician to be the aim battery.
So to recap some of the other games, we've had some happenings. The Hoff Screw Tape game is still kind of in the same situation, which is that
Okay.
honestly it's kind of hard to tell what's going on.
Vader
there.
versus Boba.
No, they're a little bit split up.
Okay.
They're a little bit split up. They're not next to each other.
So Boba's avoiding Vader a little bit.
Blood Ocean and Ethan are in a pretty close one still. That's the double bust.
The sniper
versus
loses high velocity because it has the other Mark II, has the Mark II in the pool. So it would be high velocity, except that he put the Mark II in there. Now this is an E60R rocket shot into the T-47, I think.
I think I see a crit there.
That's a juicy shot, actually. That could be 3 defenses for that T-47. Impact, yep. So 3 into the T-47. 2 saves. There you go. That is crucial.
Yes.
If there was ever a time to start rolling blocks, it would be now, because he hasn't managed to roll any fucking blocks all game. Okay. That's what you got to do with your T-47s right there. 2 out of 3 on white dice.
How's it going, Judge Daniel?
How's it going, Judge Daniel?
T47 shot here.
More T47s shooting. Shooting those stat boys.
That's what it looks like. Could really neuter a second stab rider here.
That was a big save. Or actually, that stab didn't save at all because it doesn't have
didn't save
natural
any.
surge. I keep forgetting that stab riders don't surge on defense.
Yeah.
That's their one big disadvantage. They have dodges. They dodge a lot, but they don't surge on
It
defense.
feels like they have surges because of the dodges.
Exactly.
Alright, there are 4 stat models off the table.
Yep. So 2 remaining. The Rebels have done a good job of killing them so far, but there is still 6 B. There's still many B1s. There's still Cad Bane. There's still an AAT left. T-47's winging their way to the outside here, and probably going to make a hard left once they get into the mix.
Crucially, though, they are 2 individual stab units.
Oh,
So it's 2 leaders left.
so there's 2 leaders left. So there's still
Yeah.
activations.
They are still activations.
Yeah. Oh,
Activations that are probably going to...
thank you. Thank you, Daniel, for telling us to hydrate. You can bear witness to it.
He is literally-
Daniel's in control. He makes the rules now.
He is 2 feet from us.
Yeah.
Looks like we're lining up another
That's
rocket
great.
shot.
A scream of agony was just heard ripping through the hall. I think someone blanked.
Let's pull up his dice tray for this
Yeah,
impact
let's
shot.
take a look. Whoop. I think this is another rocket.
It is.
Yeah. R2-D2 actually is in range to move shoot that one stab rider that's wounded.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, he pulls a Bacta and an arc welder. It has to take the arc welder because he's a droid.
He could take the Bacta for Cad,
He could.
but that's fine.
People saying they heard that scream on stream.
Someone was not happy.
Someone was very unhappy about what just happened.
It sounded like it was from the X-Wing direction.
Excellent. Yeah, I think that makes sense that it's from the X-Wing table.
It is day 2 for X-Wing. So
Yeah, so that'd do it.
we got another rocket shot here.
Yeah, rockets into T-47s. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, big natties. 3 natty crits. So 4 into the T-47.
Good thing he went 2 for 3 on the last one.
Yeah, let's see if he gets big save. Oh. And with a celebratory clap from Jimmy Russ.
He's clapping them cheeks.
Yeah. Oh. Do T-47s have cheeks?
It does now.
It does now. Ouch. That's a big shot. That's going to damage the T-47, actually. That hurts. Those rockets, man, they can hurt you. And it's going to be disabled, which is, that's not really, no one really cares
Right.
about being,
Basically just loses the compulsory.
about having that movement damage token. Yeah, exactly, Captain Zodiac. I gotta get that got sound alert for Dak.
I played a game just at my local store
Yeah.
probably like 2 weeks ago. We had 3 vehicles on the table. All 3 of them rolled the surge.
Wow.
Had a lot of disabled weapons.
That is rare.
It is. Is that a 1 in 192 chance? I believe that was a single vet killing a stat model.
Was that a vet or was that the harpoon?
I think that was
wasn't. That was a black die. Yeah, that was a single rebel veteran.
It is.
Yes.
Yes.
Bravo. Bravo. That's why he's the captain.
That's a nice event.
Yeah. That was great. Legendary.
Apparently the captain's name is Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. Get hammered.
Well, it looks like most of the heavy hitters have gone here. Oh, I guess Cassian's. No, Cassian shot, right, while I was going?
Yeah, Cassian shot with a Mark II fire support.
And K2 has gone this turn. Right, he popped that early to just do the one.
K2 went, he popped incog.
Just got chilled. I think the air conditioning just got turned on.
Yeah, they just turned the AC up. Pulling a field scanner out of the supply crate. That's the end of that supply crate. Only a few left now. I think there's maybe 2 left on the board in terms of supply crates.
I don't think
Oh, no, there's multiple actually. There's like 1, 2, 3. There's actually 4 supply crates left. Hey, Timbo.
In round
2. This is still round 2. So there's 4 rounds to go.
It has been explosive.
It's very explosive, yeah. Okay.
Takes a wound.
Crit.
Fix that dice
Crit hit. Yeah, can you turn it a little bit? I agree with you, Rocha. Ever since that captain killed Han Solo, move it down. Move it towards the G. Okay, and then move it this way. Other way. Other way. Perfect. You're fine.
It just happens. The dice bounce.
It happens.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. It's okay. It just needs to twist down in the direction of the G. I think the AAT is up. If it's got range 4, you know what we might see? We might see a barrage. Okay, so the T-47 is targeted by the AAT with the main cannon only, and he's going to declare a barrage here.
Ooh, okay.
But he says he gets to wait. He can choose to attack and then choose to barrage.
That is correct.
Yeah, so he can attack. He's going to attack once, and then whether he can spend another attack action or not, to see if he kills it. Just 1 with impact 1. They do the 1. T-47 takes a 6th wound. Yep, barraging again to see if he can net the kill here. Another 1.
Okay.
So 33%. He blocks it. Nice. So that T-47 is still alive.
Not really any updates from any of the other games.
No, they're about the same
About the
state.
same.
Yeah, about the same game state. you like a cookie?
I would like a cookie.
There are cookies back here.
I would.
What
That's
kind? Do you want Oreos, Teddy Grahams?
Oh, I'll take an Oreo. I'm a man of culture. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. I can't bring all this home, so
No, I will do my best.
I have only so much room in my checked bag.
I didn't even check one.
Yeah. Oh, smart man. Okay, they're cleaning up from round 2 now. Round 3 is about to begin. Yes, the AAT there only did 1 wound. So
Really?
that does hurt the AAT a little bit. But you know what that AAT has going for him?
It's a tank.
Great panel lining. The panel lining looks amazing.
Does it?
It does.
It does look quite good.
I just wish I could zoom enhance on the paint job. That's a great paint job that he did there. I love the way the panels are lined.
All right.
Let's get some Oreos. More Oreos. Here we
No.
go.
What do you think we're going to see for command cards here?
I don't know. I want to say like maybe push. I think he wants a fast card to get that 47 out of
I
there.
think so.
It's going to be crack shot versus push.
Okay. Okay. Is Bane still under the temple?
Yeah, I don't know where Bane went. Is he still there?
Still under the temple.
He's still waiting.
He's not in control yet.
Oh, no. He made the rules, but he's not in control just yet. Looks like a holo projector got burned
Makes sense.
on this push for even more orders. Field commander ordering that lone stab in the front there with LTA, getting an aim. Second order to itself.
It does.
Oh
Taking
yeah,
action.
he was talking about potentially recovering to Cassian's.
Yeah, he wanted to flip the card.
Yeah,
He forgot.
it takes an action to flip that pistol. That's why you always play volunteer mission to flip it.
One thing to remember though is
Yeah.
he does have a gun. He has a pistol.
He has a
Still
covert
3 dice.
pistol.
It's still a red and 2 whites. I think.
Okay, he goes marksman. 2 crits into the tank.
See some saves. Nope.
Ooh, more wounds.
It's a good time to blank at least.
That tank is now on 5.
Yes.
Yeah, it's down to 5 wounds remaining. That tank is actually injured. So that healthy 47, that might start getting some ideas. It might. So the AAT responds by activating now.
Kind of makes sense.
Oh, big stuff. 2 crits, 3 with impact 1. And that T-47, I think, just bit the dust.
Not really any updates on the other games.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the 47s is dead. Crashes and burns after being hit by the AAT's main cannon. And he's going to barrage, probably hitting the other one. 2 into the other T-47, I'm sure.
If it fails both these saves here, that's huge.
Nope,
Oh, it makes
blocks one.
Okay.
That's awesome. Oh, put that wound token down and it
Just
tip
gotta balance
that tip that T-47 over. You know who else is there to threaten the tank? K2SO.
He is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he was out of range of Cassian's teamwork because he didn't pick up the crack shot aims, which
That is unfortunate.
very unfortunate. But Cassian, it just fell out that Cassian didn't get up there. He just was too busy shooting stabs. Okay, back to.
All right, taking a 3 black die shot.
Nice.
4.
Mark II, I think.
Sounds like Mark II and a stab.
Yeah, Mark II and a stab. S3 there, no surge. Almost. That stab is gone. So all 6 stab models are off the board now.
And there are 4 wounds on the tank, Timbo.
Yeah. The Mark II picked up the Bacta and healed itself. The tank has 5 wounds remaining, 4 wounds taken.
Just remember, it can open a crate, find a back to heal itself, but can't sabotage evaporator.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now lots of B1s. Huh?
All stabs are gone.
Yeah, all stabs are gone. Lots of B1s still to conquer the key position potentially.
And with Cassian's gunslinger burned, that's not good. It's gonna be wow.
Oh, savage rocket shot. That's 4 crits.
Pulling up the big dice here.
4 crits. That's a rocket into a T-47.
Oh, what a
big
save!
saves! Yes. Yes. T-47. Yes. Yes, we can.
That is crazy.
Sí se puede.
See.
Los T-47s.
And now it gets to go.
Yeah, now it gets to go.
A little bit of gamesmanship.
A little bit of salt. A little bit of salty hands. You know.
Tim's infecting them.
Yeah, a little bit. And turning in now with the T-40. He's just going for it, man. He's like, I'm going to trade. I'm at least going to trade before I go down to these rockets.
Yes, it feels like a mistake.
He can't saving. Well, I don't think he has any choice, honestly.
You're probably right.
I think that tipping point was reached last round. Okay, impact 3.
That looks quite good.
Yep. It looks good. Yep, full 6.
3 crits.
Yep,
impact
3 crits. Impact 3, 6
Here we
into the
go.
tank. Here we go. Big stuff. Calling the all blocks. It's not.
It's going to take 4.
It's going to take 4. It's going to be on 1 wound remaining. It survives on 1.
Wow.
Woof. Woof. I don't think we're going to see a tabling, but I don't know how Cassian and Kay survive against an onslaught of like 4 fully healthy B1s.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Plus Bane.
Plus Bane, yeah. Those T-47s, they did a lot of damage, but they needed to do all 6 turns. And Long March just sucks for T-47s, frankly.
It does.
It
Doesn't let them flank.
They don't flank, yeah. They just have to dive. They have to do moves like this, where they dive across the entire enemy army, and everybody looks up and shoots at them.
Yep. And even Cad Bane can get a shot here, so he's still under that tempo.
Yeah, Bane is literally just hanging out in the back doing jack. He has done nothing.
Just waiting
this
for his
game.
moment.
All he did was kablamo. He did nothing. Bane literally just being carried by the vehicles.
I'm gonna check out some games real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Go ahead and get some updates on the game states of other
The
games.
last couple times I walked up, there hasn't been any.
There just hasn't been anything. Yeah, they've been pretty static. Nerf Sys. Nerf CIS dash. Nerf them. Make them pay for their B1s. Aimed rocket into T-47. Blocks it. You know, now that I think about it, if he dropped some of these heavy weapons and he dropped Cat, he could fit another tank. He could actually go double tank, triple stab. I bet there's a way to do it. Well, you don't take Rebel core units. Oh no, K2. K2 rolling as a 0 when you needed to clutch that one crit through on the tank and he couldn't do it.
Alright, so Bobby Sapphire has annihilated Ed Martinez.
Oh no.
Annihilated.
Annihilated Palp? Okay.
Annihilated Palp. They got bombing run.
Oh god.
And
That's the worst.
yeah, that was bad. So that one's over.
Yeah.
Florf and Izzy are still going.
Okay.
It's kind of tightened up a little bit there.
Okay.
Ethan and Bobby Joe are really, really close right
Neck
now.
and
That
neck.
one's neck and neck. There's a lot
Okay.
of dead models there. It appears that Kyle has his one. It's hostage with Maul. Maul has a hostage. The other one is dropped. It looks like K2 and Cassian are way too far away.
Yeah, to actually influence the board.
Yeah, so I think that one's probably Kyle's, barring some
Yeah,
variants.
Cassian is kind of slow when you compare him to a unit like Maul.
Right. And then it looks like Hoff has an advantage over Screwtape.
Over Screwtape, okay.
Looks like it.
So
Screwtape has 6 dead models, or 6 dead activations.
Oof.
And I think Hoff has only lost 3.
That's the rub. That's the rub when you try to do this 13 act stuff with Empire. You just lose your middle.
Vader and a Dubak are currently chasing a naked squad of short troopers.
That is
across the
hilarious,
table.
dude. That's a hilarious image.
It is very funny.
Run!
They're huddled behind a rock holding a
Oh my
box right
gosh.
now. There's Vader and then Dubak. on
Vader
the
and
other
Dude
side.
chasing him. My god.
It's quite humorous. It's Vader and a healthy dude as well.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
This is just naked B1 shooting.
Shooting the T-47.
Yeah, shooting T-47. They got a crit. Just one. T-47 will live to fight another day. Takes a wound.
So was a tank.
Yeah, the tank on 1 wound. And K2 needed to clutch it, and he couldn't do it with no
So-
aims.
Here's the next question.
If K2 was in range for teamwork, he would have had 2 aims.
You would have.
Oh, God.
What does the droid player play? Because he's going to try to get that tank to go.
Well, you already played Mechanized, so
Right.
ambush?
Probably has Bane's 1 pit,
Ambush. Or Bane's 1 pit.
which isn't going to get the tank in order.
No. And he burned his holo projector already.
Yeah.
You know, keeping Bane hidden is probably fine because he's pretty useless against T-47s.
Yes. He's just like,
He's bad.
he's essentially a bin right now.
Yeah, that was what Dash was saying.
Oh.
CIS took a 140 point bid. And I said, dude, if you drop a couple rockets, you could take another tank.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fucking
You might as well
terrifying.
take another tank at that rate. It happens.
Reflex is poor.
Ugh.
It is
Round 3. That's not a good sign.
To be fair, it has been 3 fully action-packed rounds.
Oh yeah. They've been chopping at each other since the first turn.
Oh, and the final game, it looks like the Nerfly bus game is still fairly close as well. He's killed a Wookiee squad. He killed the naked Wookiee squad, but
Okay.
he hasn't lost too much either.
Okay.
Is that Bane making an emergence?
Yeah, I think Bane might be making a move there. Bane moving out. Yeah, as you're saying, every time I move, I get steady.
Bane has steady?
Yeah, Bane has steady.
Does he always have steady?
Yes, he always has steady. That's why you could do the combo with him with the HQ uplink.
Right.
Yeah, HQ uplink ascension cable.
You can tell how often I have played him.
I feel the same way. Wildstar. I think the vets popped out a little early. You gotta let the armor hit and then move the troopers out.
And then he threw the Mark IIs forward too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Alright. Pop this for the command cards.
Round 4 coming up. This is the Lone Star Open 2021. Here we go. Command cards. It's Covering Fire versus I'm in Control, which is the Cad Bane's 2-pip. So it's the suppression transfer to immobilize stuff, I think, is what you do. But I don't think he's bothering with that.
I don't think he has any suppression.
He's just playing it for priority.
Yeah.
Saving that 1 pip. Why, thank you, Ezra. I will hydrate right now.
That's a good idea.
I have a case of water that I'm working on right now, working through it.
I was just sitting here getting kind of sad we're on round 3, not wanting to fly home tomorrow. And I remembered we've got 3 more games
We got 3 more games to do tomorrow. Yeah, baby.
Not used to these double-day Legion events. This is great.
No, this is nice. It's definitely something I've missed. Okay, doing a judge call, so we're going to take a little ad break. We'll be back in a minute, folks.
Hashtag revenue.
Yeah, a little bit. Every time we do a judge call, I want to take an ad break. It's true.
But we should probably not bring Kyle and a bus to the table then.
Oh, maybe not.
And we are back.
We're back with a tank barraging again into the T-47 and not able, I think, to push. Oh no, he did it. He did it. Okay, he killed off the second T-47 with that barrage. That hurts big time. That feels terrible.
That feels like GG's.
It could be GG, yeah.
Could be. Cassian and K2 could still clean up some B1s, but there's not a lot of time.
Right, well, look at how many B1s are on the board. How many wounds is that? That's 6, 7, so 13, 20, 25 wounds of B1s are still left.
Not a lot of time.
And not a lot of volume damage left on the board right now. And Cassian's sniping very miserable.
And Ezra's, yes, we will be covering the top 8 games tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to Blue real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. But that's going to be Cassian killing the tank, I believe. with a single crit from the sniper rifle. So as the T-47s drop, the tank also drops. And what is left? Not a whole lot. Yeah, the vet's getting killed off early. Certainly hurt Bruce here, Grand Moff Merker. So what's left is K2, R2, Cassian, a core unit of veterans, and a Mark II. All the twos. Yeah.
And great news, we will be showcasing Hoth tomorrow.
Sweet. I am happy for that. So that Hoth table that we talked about earlier is going to be the stream table tomorrow. For high visibility, hopefully. What's up? Oh, he's just sitting on the floor.
Judge Daniel is just sitting.
There's like 100 chairs here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point being, all right, there's very few Rebel activations left, and Cad Bane is still escorted by 25 wounds of B1, so there's really not a lot, I think, that Bruce can do to come back.
Who just killed the tank?
Cassian with a sniper crit.
That makes sense.
Yep. Right as the T-47 died, he aced that shot. Looks like Bane's just refusing to engage here. He's just like, I don't need to risk it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How many activations? Let's see how many activations are left on the Rebel side.
I think only 4. Yeah, I think only 4. You got K2, a Mark II, a veteran, and a
So he's only got 4
Cassian
that can actually push the middle objective.
Yep. And that's not going to be enough. Calculates to himself and looks at the sea of B1s before him. No.
Well, there's a chance he will be on.
Hoth, as in the planet. Not Hoth as in the man.
That's that's on our OnlyFans.
Ew. Ew. Maybe on your OnlyFans.
Yeah, it pays bills. Looks like 3 hits out of Cassian, or sorry, K2
K2,
there.
yeah. Shooting some B2s down. Or B1s down, excuse me.
No cover here, so it's
No
probably
cover.
3 dead
Open
B1s.
shot, yep.
Even with
Pierce
the block,
1.
there's Pierce 1.
Pierce 1, yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be 3 dead B1s. It's a start. 3 down, 22 to go.
That feels bad.
That does feel bad. There's still 3 rounds, though.
There is. However, I'm assuming the rest of these B1s and Bane are going to focus down K2.
Right, and like, how can they shoot? They have to move to the objective.
I think K2's on the wounded, right?
K2 did get wounded, yeah. And you know what's worse is that the rockets also work against him because he has armor 1.
Right.
He's in deep and heavy cover right now. He's hugging the side of that downed ATST.
Looks like Archimedes is just one. He walked over to grab a match slip. So we know that we've got a bus T-47 as well as a Maul B2 moving on to day 2.
Yep. Bus T-47, Maul B2, probably Bane triple stab.
Yeah, I will
and
say
AAT.
my 2 picks so far are both they're 5-0 combined.
Yeah. Hey.
They're legit.
I figured I had Kyle pegged to win too. I think B2 Maul is a great rounder.
That's Mike and Fleur.
Oh yeah. I think B2 Maul is a great rounder.
It is.
Yeah.
It counters a lot of things. That
It's
are
just
good.
it just is awesome.
And he has the reps with it.
Yep.
So
I always got to
root
root for Kyle. Yeah, that was just another suppression on K. B2 Maul is high floor. Ouch. Ouch, Griffin.
I'm gonna go check out the rest of the games.
I don't think that's true. I think Orc, you just won't catch Orc playing a meme list ever. Okay, R2 beat Boopin. Starting to emerge from his little hiding place. Agree. Kyle takes it too seriously. There are at least 2 Saber lists. High farce returns. It's going pretty good. The droids are very much ahead. The chance the Rebels have is to try to kill off as many B1s as possible, I feel. But not when the naked B1s are rolling fire like that. 2 crits and a hit into K2 SO. K2 rolling nothing there. Taking 2 more wounds, unfortunately. K2 just ate 2 wounds from a B1. That hurts so much.
All the other games are really close right now.
Yeah. Everything's on a knife edge now, and soon we'll tip over to one side or another.
There are no saber tanks in the mix right now, Timbo.
Oh no, to advance?
Correct.
Okay, so saber tanks are not advancing to day 2, unfortunately. There were 2 saber tanks, but they are not in contention for the cut. They're going to be in the redemption bracket, though.
One of them will potentially be 2-1 with a strong strength of schedule.
Okay.
But we shall see. That would be very lucky.
So B1's continuing to shoot K2. Just shoot K2 forever, essentially.
You said he's on 1 wound right now?
He's on 2 wounds left.
2 wounds
He's
left.
got 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, K2 just not saving. And Bruce.
I will say that red dice saves in this game have been pitiful.
Bruce prevailing on Jimmy, saying, I just can't hit these saves, man. Timbo says, my Padawans need to learn more. They need to read your article about the saber tank, clearly.
So Cassian's moving into range to be able to just move out and tap at the end. Might be a little case of too little, too late there.
Yeah, I think that is going to be too little, too late, ultimately. Nice, another just. Now he's just chipping crits past the armor. Again.
Disrespectful.
Oh, very disrespectful. And Bruce looking to the sky on that, just like shaking his head, just like I cannot do this. And K's dead. He's gone.
So he's down to 4 activations.
He's down to 4 acti.
Only 3 that can push the middle.
Yeah, this is the Rebel nightmare. It's just so many random crits coming your way, and you're trying to get, your defenses just aren't working.
Oh, these B1s could panic here.
Yeah, they are without a commander.
That T-Series tank went down.
Yeah, that T-Series is gone, so they could panic.
And Bane won't be the commander until next turn.
Yep. Oh, not with a rally like that.
Quite good.
Quite good. Exceptional, in fact.
I think he's measuring. It looked might have been measuring to engage Cassie.
Yeah, hey, I think that's not a bad call, actually. If you engage him off the point, your opponent has no chance of winning. They're just going to move to the KP.
Yeah.
Move to the KP, though.
Looks like he was just outside of the range.
Yeah, basically everything that Jimmy needs to do now is just move to KP, move to KP, move to KP over and over again.
Rinse and repeat.
That's the sequence of events here that's going to happen. So tomorrow we'll be back for 3 games of the cut. It's going to be fascinating games. Lots of really cool and varied lists. Not what you'd expect not a lot of clones, believe it or not.
No,
Clones
not a lot of
doing
clones.
much less well in offline than they are in online right now. But then again, like we said earlier in the cast, the standard Rex did not make its presence known here today.
No, there's just a solitary one.
There's just one of those standard Rex lists being played.
Got some command cards coming out for turn 5.
Yeah, measuring up which of these command cards will be played. Just doing some pre-measuring here. Trying to see where they can get to on this turn. A lot of pre-measuring. Thank you though. Appreciate it. Yeah, I gotta ease off on the
I had a little too much to drink.
I had a
last
little
night.
too much. Yeah.
This is my perfect record celebration. So.
Not single limbs. I think it's the Swiss.
I think it is a top 8 Swiss cut.
It's a
so that
Swiss,
everyone
yeah.
still gets to play the games. It's going to be 2 separate Swisses.
Yeah, it's a
essentially.
separate Swiss, and the winner of the 8-person Swiss is the champion of the tournament. Uh-oh, that sounds like a beer bottle.
I think someone had too much to drink.
Potentially. Sounds like a beer bottle dropped and rolled around.
That was definitely glass on concrete.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm just glad it didn't shatter.
Roger, and...
And whatever that is.
It looks like last stand.
It's
I'll
a
go
one.
find out.
No, it's a 1 pip.
Might be blast off.
Yeah, it's blast off actually. No, you're right. It's blast off.
Blast off?
It's blast off. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So today's kind of a split. It's So yeah, they do 60 or 56 person Swiss, and then they split it up into 8 top 8, and then 48 lower bracket.
Yeah, but basically whoever sticks around to play.
Yeah, whoever wants to stay to play, and I mean I would.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss out on the chance to play, especially when
6
there's
guaranteed games of Legion.
yeah, especially when there's a prize at the end of it. You know, you're still competing for stuff.
Plus, these tables are great.
Yep, they're already getting ready to put things away too. They're being very diligent. As soon as games are over, they're starting to put terrain back, and I'm sure it's going to be all mixed up again. They're asking you for an update on the other games.
All right.
Yeah,
Yep.
feel free. Judge is saying there's 30 minutes left in the round. Top 8 is Swiss. It is not round robin or single elimination. It is Swiss. It looks like both players have they're putting a pause. They're tanking a little bit, trying to figure out how to proceed from here. All right, sorry for the dead air there. We're just waiting for Jimmy to make his move, measuring out his stuff. He's trying to make sure he's got all of his B1s ready to get onto the point.
All right.
What's up?
Got some updates.
Okay, we got some other.
Easy, paying attention. This is for you.
Yeah, this is for you, dude. So we got some other updates from the other top 8 or top cut contender games, I guess.
Yeah. So the Izzy Florf game is still razor thin. It looks like Florf has a little bit of an advantage there, but that's really close. And I don't think they're going to finish 6 rounds. We'll see. Brad or Nerfly and his opponent Habmo are really, really close as well. The bus is dead, but there's a lot of scattered clones throughout. So depending on how much Pierce is left there, clones can get cleaned up. I think Brad has a slight edge right now, though.
Okay.
Orchimedes has 1. It looks like Blood Ocean is going to beat Ethan Judd. They're kind of talking it out right now.
But Ethan has the
Ethan thinks he's lost.
Oh, Ethan thinks he's lost.
Ethan thinks he's lost.
Okay. So Blood Ocean might make it through to the top
He
8.
might make it through to the top cut. Hoff and Strutape are tied on VP, but Hoff's up by like 200 points.
Oh
so
my
it
goodness.
Looks like it should be Hoff there.
Oh wow.
And now we have this game.
Wow.
Which,
That's.
assuming nothing has changed as I walked away, is looking like CIS.
It's looking like CIS are just going to storm the middle.
And like we said earlier, Gem just destroyed Draw Day. So
Yeah.
he's
So
through.
The bus is Palpatine got hit by a bus, or what was the?
So it was bombing run.
It was bombing run. Oh
and
yeah.
He scored really early.
Yeah, I'm former 5th Trooper.
B1s are coagulating here.
Yes, they're coalescing into one
One giant squad.
one organism. Yeah, a giant 20-man squad. I really wouldn't be surprised if Cad just sticks around on the back KP and just chills there. It doesn't do anything.
He's got less wounds than the others.
Yeah, he might as
So
well
it
just
kinda
stay
makes
back
sense.
there.
Oh, he does surge though.
Using Cad like a naked squad.
That's hilarious. Ah, Bushfax is 5th Trooper.
Oh yeah, of course, Bushfax is 5th Trooper. How could I forget? I keep thinking of Bushfax as Bushfax.
Yes.
That's
he's
like
own
his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Griffin. My gaffe on the Invader kickoff show still haunts me.
What happened?
I said his name had never been updated on the Invader site, so I said Griffin of the Legion Academy.
Oh.
It was only like 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
I
felt terrible.
It's not that bad. I watch Legion Academy nowadays. I think they're all right. They do some good stuff. I like
their Friday night fights.
I like Friday Night Fights.
The overlay
I
they
think
have is awesome.
I think they do that really well.
They do.
Friday Night Fights is great.
I know. They gotta update that website, man.
Yeah, been a while.
I got jumped on.
Yeah, been a while. All right, we got another supply drop coming. It's the last one of the
Probably
last
one on the
ones.
table.
Yeah, it's gonna be precision scope.
Would have been great to have earlier.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Now it's kind of overkill.
It is.
Yeah.
Have this crit, Cassian. Got a rocket shot coming in.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. See,
Maybe Cassian?
maybe Cassian, maybe R2. Someone is being shot, that's for sure.
Here we go.
Here we go. 1 crit at least. 2 crits.
2 crits and 2 hits.
Yep,
He's got a
2
name token
crits, 2
spin.
hits. Nothing.
Double blanks. Typical white dice. We gotta get our... Oh, it looks like everyone is collecting their armor on one table. That's why the terrain has been pushed off to the side.
Ah, that's why. Okay, they're saying put your buses on the table, or put your armored vehicles on the table. This tournament has definitely been a huge coming out for armored
It has
vehicles.
been.
Yeah.
It's very different from our past few tournaments.
Yeah, armor has really like taken up a lot of the tournament space now. AATs.
Looks like a couple of those other games have finished. out
Yeah,
there.
go ahead and get some updates. Yeah, we're gonna try to do a car show picture. Yeah, we're now officially, we can say we are in the great armor meta of 2021. This is the next phase of Legion right here, is the armor meta. Yeah, armor and melee, definitely. Much more so than I think just traditional shooting. So a little bit of discussion of R2-D2 here. R2 moving and shooting, not getting anything. R2 the only person on the KP right now. Okay, update.
I made a reporting mistake earlier.
What happened?
The bus that I thought Brad had killed
Yeah?
was actually just off for marking.
Oh!
So that bus is still alive.
Oh, shoot.
So it looks like the bus might be up right now.
Okay.
But we're pretty low on time.
So the bus might be taking
Bus-
it over clones?
Might be taking over clones.
Wow. For the last clone undefeated, right? To be eliminated by a bus.
And a single bus.
Justice.
Yes.
Justice.
So,
I
we'll
don't
see.
care what you Rockstar players say. Justice.
And Buff has clinched over Screw Team.
Oh, he did. Okay, so Hoffberger is going to the top 8.
He is.
Okay. Not atop the Whataburger bus.
Not atop the Waterburger bus.
He's atop a dewback.
He is the top dewback, yes.
He is Vader. He's Vader riding a dewback.
Vader has made top 8 of the tournament
Yeah, Vader Bliss actually made top 8.
with dewbacks.
So I mean, Nerfly should at least be happy about that, right?
Yes.
Nerfly's like Mr. Vader.
He is. Look, he
Maybe
left Vader behind.
maybe
Now
Nerfly
he's
should have brought
advancing.
Vader dues.
We
He
might
would've
actually
been-
get Hawthorne Hoth, yes.
Yes, we might. He actually would have been in a better position. 2B1's just double crit for 2 wounds. Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, it's overkill. It's overkill, man.
It is. It looks like some of the other games, I don't think we're too far off on time.
No, we're not. We're almost at time. I see John Bushman versus Zero Moon over there.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good set
Oh,
of
Cad's moving in. He might actually do something this game.
Good joke.
He might actually bounty R2D2 now.
Okay, so we have 20 minutes left in,
Yeah.
in the round. I actually don't know. Is there an overtime runoff or is it hard dice down?
It's an overtime runoff.
It is an overtime
Yeah.
runoff.
Okay, so we just saw the handshake. Cad was gonna bounty.
Florf with the win over Izzy.
Nice. Cad was gonna bounty R2D2. Florf with the 3-0 over his Bodicus, taking it another armor skew
So
into the
both-
top 8.
Yeah. No double bust in the top 8 right now.
No double bus in top 8.
The only way
Not
a double
yet.
bust is going to get through is if it's a 2-1 SOS.
Interesting. Okay. So
Or-
answers to double bus are making it further than the buses themselves.
It does appear so.
I feel like anti-armor weapons need attention like Cycle. I agree. I think especially the old core anti-armor weapons,
Yeah,
all
they
should
need
get Cycle. Basically, just say these weapons gain Cycle in the RRG.
Yep.
Just say this weapon should say Cycle. This weapon, that's all you would need, is just errata them to Cycle. Sounds like Double Bus was weeding out the people who didn't have answers. Yes.
I'm not sure that's true.
I don't know. Double Bus is a bit of a gatekeeper, though. I could see it playing that role.
So it's kind of tough to say because one of the better double bust two of the better double bust player lists got killed by Kyle. He took him out back to back.
Yeah, he had to face the Double Bus back to back, and maybe that will be a good episode for Scoundrels. He can tell us how to beat a bus.
Shoot.
Just bring something more terrifying than a bus full of Wookiees.
Yeah.
3 B2 HAs and Maul. Oh, I'm sorry for Arse Returns. Yeah, I was just saying that Double Bus could play the gatekeeper role. That's possible. Yeah, B2 Maul has great impact.
It does.
You've got 4 units with impact 2, one of them has Pierce 2, and one of them is a melee character that can get into the back of the bus with Juyo.
And they all have large dice pools, so in addition to your impact, you are going to get crits.
You're going to get natties in addition. Yeah, that is a GG. The CIS have taken it down against the Rebels, and the CIS are going to move on to the next round.
I'm